we're here today talking about food. Basically, when he started eating solid foods, talked a lot with my pediatrician about when he would be ready. There's a lot of great articles out there about baby-led weaning, but our guy seemed to be ready right about 6 months. He had the pincher grasp down and was really interested in food, and I was surprised how much he ate, because I see those little jars of baby food in the store, and he seemed to eat a lot more than that. So I talked to my doctor again, and he just reassured us to, let him eat the fresh stuff. Our big priority was teaching our child what fresh tastes like, basically. So much of our food nowadays is processed, and we just hope that we could give him a good start anyway of knowing what fresh, good homemade food tastes like. But anyway, the other day, this little copy of Baby Talk came in the mail, and they're mentioning that per day babies eat, if you take their height in inches times 40, that's about how many calories a day they eat. And sometimes with breastfeeding, I guess you don't realize how much they're getting because you're not seeing it in the bottle or whatnot. But that was really interesting to me to think about, oh, that's quite a bit of food for him to eat. So, just keep that in mind. You don't have to count calories with the baby. Just watch their growth and their wet and poopy diapers. But just kind of a ballpark figure to kind of give yourself an idea of just how much this little guy at 2 foot whatever is eating. But it's really simple to make your own food. Even little things like squash, you can get a little acorn squash for about $1 and boil it and mash it, and gives us 4 or 5 meals, something like that. If you've ever seen baby food peas, they're usually brown and yucky, and these are some homemade peas that we made today, and they're bright green, and they actually taste decent. I'll show you. I wouldn't do that with the normal peas in a thing. What do you think about peas? Do you like them? See, it's baby approved too. He's just made a horrible face. He doesn't normally do that. He normally loves them. He already ate a bunch of them. So I don't know why he's making that face, because he's on camera. But anyway, I'm just going to show you how we have a food grinder for things that are a little bit more fibrous. Other things I just kind of cut up with a fork, and I think he's learning more about textures that way too. Today I'm getting ready to go to work. I just took some frozen veggies, and frozen veggies are great because they're often frozen when they're fresh, unlike your grocery store where you're going to get the food that's green and it ripens at the store. So anyway, I've cooked some peas and carrots. Remember, always talk to your doctor about what foods to start and when to start them. But anyway, this is a food grinder that my mother-in-law got me. It's really easy. You can see it just has like a strainer, and then these are not sharp. They're just kind of to help puree the food. Most of the time I'll just cut up food for him because he doesn't need it pureed. Oops, water. But for things like peas, I want him to get the fiber, but I don't want him to choke on the outer shell. So basically this is really simple. I'm just pushing down on the mill and turning it at the same time, and it's just grinding it up. And then whatever's in the bowl, you could feed this to the baby here, or pour it into a little cup or bowl for them. What I like about this is I can use the whole veggie, the fibers outside and the stuff on the inside. And really, have you ever tasted peas out of a baby food jar? It's not very good. It tastes kind of gross, and it kind of looks brown and orange. But this is really good. I add a little bit of water because by the time I get through all of this, it might be a little bit thick. But anyway, you just pour it in there, feed the baby. With the acorn squash, you might mix it up, put a little breast milk with it, and then put it into a ice cube tray. And each of those little ice cubes with the food in it, I can pop them out once they're frozen, put them in a Ziploc bag. That's about 2 tablespoons or so. And so you can measure out however much you need. If you're going, say, to grandma's house for the day or something, just put a couple. Just be careful about refreezing products. Like if you were to defrost something to cook it, you wouldn't want to refreeze it then. But if you're using fresh fruits and veggies, then you can go ahead and cook them, grind them up or smash them up, and then put them into the ice cube tray and save them for later. The cubes of food in, and you're ready to go. It's super simple.